Hi, and welcome to From the Grapevine office. That sounds weird.
Yeah.
We're doing it anyway.
Yeah.
My name is Trausti.
Yeah, and I'm Bart, the editor.
And today we have a guest, and we'd like you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Ryan Keeping, and I guess you could just say I'm a guy that likes to run a lot.
Yeah, you still like it?
Some days you like it, some days you hate it. You almost, eventually you like it so much that you hate it.
Yeah.
And especially with the training I do for these crazy runs, and now is the fun part when I get to come do this, but it can definitely get time consuming when you're running 20, 30 hours a week.
What was the amount of prep you did for this, like time wise?
It was a lot. So for those that don't know, I ran across Canada, I guess it'd be a little over a year ago now. So that was kind of my first like big time. I went across the country or something. So I trained probably a year and a half to get ready for that, and went on this crazy journey across Canada, and ended up gaining a bit of following from doing that, and raised a bunch of money for charity. And since then, I've just decided this is my life, this is what I want to do. I want to try to motivate and inspire people, and this is my passion of running, and I think a great way to inspire someone is just chase your passion. So I've just went all in on this, quit my job. This is what I do full time. I run and do social media. So yeah, it's exciting, man. I love it.
Nice. And then for Iceland specifically, what was the prep for this specific run, or is it just working into the routine you've been going on?
Yeah, it's kind of a constant prep, right?
Okay.
So it depends on what races I have coming up, but I'm always training for 100-milers or long races like that as well. So it's kind of just it's a full-time thing. I started training running probably, I guess, 3.5 years ago, and since then it's been very consistent, kind of no days off type mentality. So yeah, it was all summer. I was going pretty hard for this and getting ready and getting the body used to pushing the really long days, and working off of sleep deprivation. And there's so many things that go into the ultra running, right? It's almost like a science. You figure out so many things: the food, what you eat, how much you train, the strength training you do. So it's an endless thing.
I saw you talking online about your sleep method and how you figure that into your training. Is it every 4 hours you're doing? I couldn't quite understand. So how exactly does that work in your day-to-day of this run? How will the sleep work?
What are you talking about for 4 hours?
I saw.
Is it the YouTube for the 4x4 you're talking about?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a guy, David Goggins, that he has a challenge. So his challenge, it's a 4x4 by 48. So you're on 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. So I've done that.
Nauseous when you said that. I can barely walk.
Yeah. So I've done that challenge a few times. I've actually done it the 4x4 by 96. So I doubled it and did 4 days.
Okay.
That's a good way to train, but I don't do that too often. But with sleep and stuff, one of the biggest things in this is I'm going to be running probably 16, 18, 20 hours a day, right? Mm-hmm. When I'm doing this, I'm pushing for the record, and I want to break the record by multiple days, right? So I'm really pushing. So you got to get used to not sleeping, which is crazy. But like, I would do training runs this summer where I would go to a ski hill. You run up and down the hill, so you're getting your elevation.
Oh, my God.
And we would start at, say, like 10 o'clock at night, and I'd run 80K or 60K, 100K, whatever, and you just would up and down, up and down, up and down, but you get all night, so you wouldn't sleep. Because when I'm doing this, I'm sure day 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever, it's going to keep getting longer, and I'm going to get less and less sleep. You're in pain. So really, to be able to function when you're on low sleep, it's a skill. Like, the more you do it, the better you get at it, the more your body just becomes used to it. And I find, like, I'll go run, say, 100-miler or something, and I don't really get tired or as tired as other people during the night. Most people hit a lull. I'm just used to it.
But I kind of wanted to just, for the people watching or listening, that you're here to break the record of running the Icelandic Ring Road, which is, well, the road around the country, 30 kilometers, 90 if you skip the tunnel and take the fjord, which is also the road a lot of tourists that come here drive. So people know this road. And I'm curious, like, so you want to break the record. What do you know? What is the record?
So the current record is 16 days, 10 hours.
That is the current record?
Yeah.
Wow.
For 1,390 kilometers. I'm pretty sure that was set, it was either last year or the year before. I think it was last year that it was set. Set by a British guy. I think he was raising money, I'm pretty sure, for cancer or something like that. Awesome cause. And yeah, I've always been interested in Iceland, and just thought it would be a great next step. As I said, I've already done Canada, so I wanted to come here, and this is my first world record I'm going for. So I'm gonna be very excited. In a few weeks, I'll be a world record holder here, and hopefully, it's the first of many. And I got some pretty big goals. So yeah, it's just gonna be it's gonna be a lot of fun, and got a bunch of people from back home crewing me here, coming out. So really, it's a good time. I got a bunch of people that support me. We got my video team here right now filming some of this, and yeah, I'm pumped, man. I can't wait to start.
We got we sometimes get a really kind of a silly question from people. They ask like, okay, we're going to drive the ring road. Should we do clockwise or counterclockwise? What are you going to be doing?
Going north first.
You're going clockwise.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you're going to basically, as I would say, get to the best parts the last to an extent.
Oh yeah.
In a way.
That's the way.
Yeah, I'm not even totally sure of the route. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I made the route, and I don't really know what to expect too much. I know the front half of my run has more elevation.
Yeah.
So I kind of get that sort of out of the way at the beginning. I mean, there's still elevation in the back half, but yeah, it's the same way that the guy who has the record. I believe he went the same way as me. So yeah, we're going that way. And people ask, well, why'd you pick this way or that way? I asked ChatGPT, and it said to go that way first. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I hope ChatGPT knows what it's talking about. No, I think you're saving the best for the last. And that's true. You're gonna see some climbs in the first half, which are probably gonna be, well, I mean, they're modest, but they're gonna be rough when you're doing such schedule, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's what about like? Do you worry about traffic or anything like that here?
No, I mean, no. I did Canada. I'm used to having cars and trucks and stuff flying by me. It's definitely the first few days. It's a little shocking when you got cars flying by all the time. But my strategy, like if it's dark, I'll probably try to get the van to come behind me, put the 4-way flashers so people know I'm there. And then most of the day, I'll probably run at traffic. So I'll go to the other side of the road and run so I can see if anything's coming at me. And yeah, so no, I don't worry too much, and I try to not be in the middle of the road or something. I try to be smart, right? Yeah. Not chew up a bunch of people's like day and have them trying to sit behind me and as the van's crawling, right? So the van will only really be behind me when it's dark, I would assume.
So so you said earlier you're going for something like above 100K a day.
Yeah.
Do you break it down do you just go for 100K or do you stop?
There's a lot of different strategies. For me, I'm going to be going pretty consistent. I'll probably have like one, I don't know, say 20-minute stop or something to eat my dinner or my lunch. But for the strategy for this, and I did it in training, was 30 minutes running, 6-minute walk, 30-minute run, 6-minute walk, and just repeat, and keep doing that.
Oh my God.
Okay.
As a non-runner, this is terrifying to me. What is even a lunch in this situation?
Anything and everything. I'm going to be eating as much carbs as I can possibly get into me, just as much calories. So, I don't know, a lot of pasta, steak, potatoes, ice cream, dessert. God. Like, one of the best things of this, I can eat whatever I want. Like, a lot of ultra runners run up the road, they're eating candy or whatever. So, my biggest thing is trying to force myself to eat as much as possible. Because when you're doing this, you're going to be kind of banged up, and sometimes your stomach it gets upset, right? And you're just trying to eat.
Yeah, you're gonna be allowed to eat whatever you want, but you're just not gonna eat anything. That's the thing. You just won't want.
That's the hardest battle, right? And sometimes you even find like one day you're just not hungry at all, the next day starving, and it comes and goes. And like I'll find I'll just won't be hungry. Well, I got a 5-minute window. Bang, I'm starving. I need to eat. So it's. Yeah, it all comes in waves, and even with how you feel when you do this, it's like you'll feel great, and then you'll feel horrible, and then you'll feel somewhere in between. It's almost, when I feel really bad, I'm almost like good, because I know that the good is coming. When you feel really good, you're like, oh no. So you just embrace it and just move forward, right?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I was gonna bounce off that exact comment though, to say like, how does this transfer to this kind of extreme running transfer to everyday people? It sounds like you've maybe been talking to people outside of the runner community and using your kind of mindset to help people with other things. Is that accurate? Do you think fast first?
I try to tell people this run and all the running I do kind of has nothing to do with running. This is my passion. This is what I want to do. I've decided I want to try to motivate and inspire people. I think the best way to do that is just chase your dreams. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to chase it as hard as I possibly can. And I mean, your passion might not be running. You might not want to run this far. I think everyone should run small distances because it's good for you, right? Or some sort of physical activity. But not everyone wants to go run across countries or around countries, right? But it's just, people see me, I'm pushing it as hard as I can. I'm going to chase my dreams. And hopefully I inspire other people to do that, whether it's running or not running.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'm still curious about the technicalities of this.
Yeah,
like,
you got a runner here.
yeah.
Okay.
So like, I've like.
Well, if you got to come out to the start, then I'm starting at, what's the big church? What's the
how to get? Yeah. When are you starting?
6 a.m. Sunday.
Oh,
Come on down, man.
I'll try.
And if you know anyone else,
People running with you as you start.
I'm going to do a post today actually, and like I'd let everybody know the start location. I want people to come down.
Nice.
At least run the first 5-10K with me or whatever. I'd love to have a group and meet some people, man. One of the cool things of this, I come here, I'm meeting you guys and meeting all these new people. I never would have met any of these people if I didn't do this run, right?
True.
Yeah. Sorry, before he goes on to the technicalities, he said you had a next big goals afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what's an example of it?
There is a huge goal that as soon as this run is done, I'm going to be announcing. So we're keeping it quiet now. Anyone in my inner circle or close friends to me knows what it is, but yeah, there'll be an announcement when this is done. We're just keeping all the down low. And I try to, until I, like, this is my thing now. Okay, we're going to do this. And then as soon as I say I'm going to do something, it's like, I'll do it or die. So I always make sure, get this done. And then that announcement will be out, and I'll always have something to have out there. I like putting the pressure on myself, right? And saying I'll do something and then knowing, okay, I got to go do that.
Can I get away with asking questions that are so
A running
odd
question?
that
I'll ask whatever, man.
I'm just curious. Like, okay, we've kind of talked about eating, and it's.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What's the next? Oh God.
No, we're not
gonna ask about crapping in the woods. Or?
No. That's kind of like goes without saying in a way.
Yeah.
It just happens when it happens.
Yeah.
And you just have to go when you have to go.
Especially when you take a lot of caffeine in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, 5 or 10 minutes, and you need some toilet paper.
Yep. It's a whole thing in trail running. Sometimes you just gotta go. No, I'm just curious about like you're gonna be obviously having to wear running clothes.
Yeah.
You must change twice or thrice a day, right?
Yeah, I'll be changing quite often, especially with it seems to rain here a lot, right?
Yeah, it can.
Yeah. So I got quite a few different outfits, and Columbia is one of the sponsors. I'm wearing the shirt here. Columbia is one of our sponsors of the run, so I got a lot of Columbia gear I'll be wearing. And yeah, we got 2 vans we're staying in, so it's gonna be a battle to keep things dry.
Yeah,
we'll have the heater in the van and trying to go, and yeah, we're just gonna do the best we can. And if I have to run in wet socks, I will. But I got a team, right, and they look after me, so hopefully we always have dry clothes and my rain jacket ready and shoes. Yeah, we got.
How many pairs of shoes does one bring on this?
I think I brought 4 pairs. Yeah, when I did Canada, it took 11 pairs of shoes to get across. So yeah, I brought 4. Like I'll probably only end up. Like I could do this on 2 pairs, I would say, but they're gonna get wet, right? And I don't want to run really with wet feet, so I bought a couple extra pairs.
Right. Are you going for something soft? I assume for the paved roads.
Something cushioned. Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask about sort of training regimes?
No, ask whatever. I'm a totally open book.
It's just because this is such an extreme thing. Like from my point of view, at least, I've run a few ultras in my life, and it's fine. You have to kind of, if you want to do sort of have a good sort of season, you have to have a pretty extensible training during the winter, and you build up volume and all those things that are familiar to anybody who's run at all. But this whole thing where you run day after day, which I've tried, but nothing in sort of this, like in a race, but nothing like that. And I definitely felt like the sort of problems with sleep and recovery kind of hitting you. And so like it's kind of a twofold question. So like what kind of how much running do you kind of have to get into 1 week? Let's say, 2 months prior to the actual thing. And how do you kind of and how much weight training do you kind of have to maintain, and how do you avoid stuff like injuries and stuff that will definitely be a problem if you're doing volume like that?
Yeah, I always get asked this question with injuries and stuff like that. I seem to just be, whether it's genetically or whatever it is, like I don't really get injured. Like after Canada, I had a couple overuse things, but it's never anything really major. And to give the answer, it's like before I got into running, I used to strength train a lot. So I think I had
Okay.
pretty strong legs.
Yeah.
Which allowed me to get into it quick. Like I know when I started running, I did a marathon, and then I did like a 50K like a week later, a 65 days after that, 70. Like it was all within probably 3 months, and then I was at 100K, and I kept going and going and going. But yeah, it's all a process. And like if I was to try to come break this record the first day I started running, I wouldn't have been able to. So it's constantly building up. I know like before Canada, like I was building, and then I was running at least at bare minimum 100 kilometers a week, and then I was building up more and more and more. I think my biggest prep week for this was 300 and some kilometers. But when you do this, it's like to go break this record it's not like healthy for your body. So you can only really train so much. And it really just depends on the person. But for me, I'm kind of a person that overtrains.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest thing sometimes is like the past few weeks, this is the first time in my life I've ever deloaded for anything. So
Interesting. So how grumpy and
it's horrible.
and anxious have you been for the past 3 weeks?
You're just sitting there like twiddling your thumbs. I'm used to running so much, right? And like for Canada, I never had a coach or anything. I just my strategy was I'm just gonna run a lot. I know I got to do this, so I ran like 100Ks and 100 milers and multiple days in a row, and just kind of tried to simulate this. But this is the first time I actually started working with a coach, so we started implementing a lot more strength training, a lot better nutrition. So it definitely helps a lot. But for all this stuff, if you don't have the mindset for it, you're not going to be able to do it.
No.
Like you just have to go into it with the mindset of like I'm going to do this or die, and that's the mindset I take. Maybe you don't have to, but to go do this and break records and stuff, like it's a pretty interesting, crazy world where you just move forward and your body feels like it's gonna fall apart and you just keep going. But yeah, to really answer your question, you just gotta run a ton, like every day, and everybody's so different. But yeah, for me, like before Canada, I was up 200 some kilometers a week every week, stacking that.
So I'm like half speaking from experience, half speaking from talking to people who've done like sort of Olympic training. The offloading must have been terrifying.
It's well, as I said, I'm a person that overtrains.
Yeah.
Everything I do, I'm gonna like when I get into doing something, I want to do that as like I get obsessed.
Yes.
So yeah, I've just been like, okay, this is a process. I need to. So I'm still running every day, but I'm just running way less with way lower intensity. So yeah, I can't wait to start Sunday.
Yeah.
And just get moving, right? But I mean, everything has a purpose, right? And the deload weeks I did leading up to this have a purpose to make this record easier and better. So, yeah, I just tell myself that, and sit around and wait.
Is this almost uniquely Canadian? I remember in America there was a documentary about a Canadian kid who ran across the country.
Terry Fox?
Yeah.
So he's my biggest hero, and one of the reasons why I decided to run across Canada was because of Terry Fox, and I want people everywhere to know who he is. In Canada, hero. Terry Fox, we have runs at the schools. The foundation's raised almost like I think $1 billion for cancer at this point in time.
Okay.
So he was a guy that when he was young, right? He was like 20 years old, 19 years old, diagnosed with cancer. He had to get his leg amputated.
Yeah.
So he had one leg, and then back then it wasn't like a running leg. It was like a walking leg. Like it wasn't designed to run on, right? And he decided he's going to try to run across Canada, and he wanted to raise money for cancer, the disease that affected him. And he ended up making it over halfway, and unfortunately the cancer came back and ended up taking his life, and he had cancer in his lungs. But here's a guy with he's so young. He's like 21 years old when he's doing the run, 21 years old, one leg, hobbling up the highway. And this is the time when social media didn't exist. He didn't know that people were going to pick up on it. If the news didn't pick up on it, it wouldn't have been a thing, So it ended up catching fire, and he's just a good example of it doesn't matter how long you live, but you can make a huge impact if you just make the most of your time. And he's a hero, right? And when I do this, it's how could I ever complain? I never complain when I do this stuff. I'll never. I could be in the worst pain ever, and I'll keep moving forward because I guarantee his pain was worse, and he kept going. There was times he's coughing up blood, and imagine the one hip and the stump and That's why I'll move forward no matter what, because someone has done something and it's been worse. and complaining does no good. So yeah, I always think of Terry Fox, and I on my photo yesterday I had the shirt, and I always bring his shirt with me. And yeah, like luckily I can tell you guys the story too, because a lot of people don't know, and that's crazy to me because he's just such a hero.
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah. It's just like
it's a big deal. I remember the movie about in a movie.
I
Look him up tonight.
Yeah, I think I've just
documentaries,
possibly vaguely heard of him, and that's
really
it.
cool.
Yeah,
And
Canada, a hero, man. But to run across Canada, I had the idea. I went to the States. I did my first 50 mile. This was just when I was starting running. I wore a Terry Fox shirt. No one knew who he was.
Wow.
So that was when I had the idea of like, I want to run across Canada, do the same route he did, and just make sure he's never forgotten and talk about the whole time, have his shirt, wear his shirt, and just talk about how I think he's the greatest Canadian of all time to do what he did, right?
Yeah,
that's a very cool story. I'm gonna look him up.
He's a hero, man.
Yeah, I like the way you speak of him, but yeah, and also I've been really captivated by that documentary a while ago.
He was just a kid, like he was.
Yeah,
what he did, if he would have did that at 40, it would have been the most impressive thing ever. But he's like 21 years old. Imagine you at 21, like, well, I don't know what I was doing. I was drinking beer, hanging out, being a loser.
Right.
You know, like I didn't have the mindset I had now. Like, it's crazy to be able to do that so young.
Yeah, that's very impressive. What are you gonna do when you're done?
Well, he's got a big announcement.
Yeah, except for the announcement. I mean, just what are you gonna do to for recovery? What are you gonna do? Do you have any plans to lie around somewhere and eat food?
I'm bad for this, but yeah, like I'll be taking it like relatively easy. But my mind is always 10 steps ahead, and I'm always thinking other things. But I might hit one of the hot springs here or whatever.
Oh, please, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
and just check.
That'd be nice.
Check the pools.
Yeah,
it's like it's what is it? $8, $7 admission for the pools.
I imagine you could work out a deal somewhere.
Yeah, probably. But it's
get him to go out to Vestermaar.
Yeah, it's
for me when I finish the run. For me, like I want to do something cool for my team.
Yeah,
they supported me this whole time. They're coming here like. That's a long way to come all the way here and spend this amount of time in a van and look after me like I'm their child, pretty much, like doing everything for me. So yeah, I would like to do whatever, take them out to a nice meal or something, or the hot springs. We don't have the biggest budget.
No,
so if anyone listening to this has a restaurant or what, like we would love to come. We'd shout you out for sure. Like if we get a nice dinner or the group to go to the hot springs,
we can look into it.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
We would be so appreciative of that.
Yeah,
because,
absolutely, no problem.
They deserve it more than me.
Well, you're gonna need to eat something. That's for sure.
We're gonna get you some more candy, I think, before you go. Since you like the candy, right?
It was delicious.
Yeah, the nose.
The Nova Sirius 1 bitter.
Yeah.
Well, that's chocolate covered licorice.
Oh, it's good, man.
Great for the blood pressure, they say.
This is fantastic. Well, we're really rooting for you.
Yeah.
And it's great to...
Yeah, I'll try to make it out on Sunday and see if I can bring somebody with me.
No, you should. Like, I'd love to have a huge crew. Like I know when I did Canada, one of the best parts, I had so many people running with me. The first day, we probably had 40 people meet me at the beginning, and we were doing group runs in cities. Toronto, we had near 1,000 people.
That's great.
Halifax, my hometown, we had 400 people. There's so many people that came out.
Yeah.
I hope there's a ton of people there, and especially when I finish too, I hope there's a ton of people that can do the last 5-10K with me, and we're gonna have a finish line set up. So anybody watching this, send me a DM, do whatever. Check out. I'll have my website here updated in a few days with the route and everything we're doing. So we're gonna have live trackers. So yeah, tune in and come on down, and I'd love to meet you guys.
Yeah, I'd love to go.
Yeah,
I would really love to go. See if I can follow you up to Mount Desi or something out of town.
yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah,
That'll be fun.
Sweet.
All right. Thank you very much for dropping by.
Yeah, thank you.
Best of luck with breaking the Icelandic record for the Ring Road. I hope the view will be good on the way. You got to get some good visibility, and I guess you're not planning to stop for what do you call these things, for sightseeing? I guess, but this is one long sightseeing.
Both the only stops are just sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Pass out.
Pretty well. Yeah.
Pretty well pass out. Yeah. Thanks for dropping by. Best of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're rooting for you, and we look.
Definitely.
What the next announcement is?
That's because it's gonna be really interesting.
Yeah, I'll do the announcement. Then, if you want to talk about it, the second I finish this, we can talk about it all you want.
Okay.
Like all the details behind it.
Okay.
Behind the scenes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Thank you.